luck, everyone. Have fun.
Mic check.
Check, check.
Check, check.
Good. Welcome viewers to the RoboCup Small Size League Division A final in Incheon, South Korea. Today we have RoboCin and Tigers Mannheim in the final match. They will be playing 2 5-minute halves, after which if the score is tied, there will be extra time followed by penalty kicks. We're expecting the match to start in just a few minutes.
And we have RoboCin is in yellow with on the top of the robot, and then on the side of the robot they have white sides, and the Tigers have a blue dot on the top with a darker colored shell with black and dark red on the sides. So if you're looking to see which team is which, you can tell by both the top of the robot and the outside.
We had a very close lower final between RoboCin and Air Force, another German team today. And it looks like we're preparing for a blue kickoff. Robot number 9 for Tigers.
We have a robot substitution by RoboCin. Removing a robot from the field, maybe one that potentially had some sort of error going on.
Number 9 back passes to 2, chipping forward, trying to get a shot on goal, blocked by RoboCin.
Then immediately passed back up the field by Tigers, going towards that RoboCin goal, shooting it back behind the goalie number 6. It's a potential goal. We'll have to see what the refs rule, whether that is a legal goal or not.
That's the Tigers special, where they position defenders on either sides of the defensive area, since only the goalie is allowed to enter. That makes it difficult to guess which of the 2 side defenders is actually going to make the shot, confusing the goalie. And it looks like they've awarded the goal to Tigers Mannheim.
So we're going to reset and have a kickoff for RoboCin. See if they can do something similar and keep up that momentum to match Tigers in the very beginning of this match. They also chipped it towards the other side of the field, intercepted after Tigers passed it back to their own players. But Tigers is, we've had a dribbled too far foul, so Tigers is setting up for a free kick. Doing a pass towards the opposing goal. RoboCin immediately going in to try to steal that ball with their dribbler, successfully chipping it back, and then Tigers going right back at it. They're
saved by number 6.
Moving very fast back and forth between these 2 sides, chipping the ball over all of the other robots. Oh, barely missing that defense area. Not able to try to shoot at the goal because there's just not enough space in there to really move without accidentally fouling when trying to shoot. So RoboCin is going to have a goal kick here. Hopefully going to successfully move that ball Otherwise, if they miss in these seconds, Tigers would get that ball. So hopefully RoboCin will kick off here. Looks like they were successfully able to pass to their own players down the field. Number 5, grabbing that ball, moving solo. Really blocked by those Tigers defenders there.
I was expecting a dribble too far foul there. In the small size league, a single robot can only carry the ball up to a meter without incurring a foul, and I thought that RoboCin robot was just a touch too far over that limit. I was surprised the automatic referee or human referee didn't call that.
So by swarming the RoboCin robots, Tigers were able to stop play successfully, so it's a free ball, and they were able to take control of that.
Let's see, another fight in the center of the field. 5 trying to push it up the center.
Nice.
That Tigers defensive line not breaking.
A little bit more like American football than what we would call football in many other countries, I would say. Kind of just pushing up against the other ones, trying to see if they can get it through. RoboCin has the ball again. Let's see if they can get some open to another player to try to take a shot on goal.
RoboCin's requested a robot substitution.
So they're going to remove a robot from the field. They're only able to have 10 robots right now because they've had too many yellow cards called on them. So they're at a slight disadvantage against Tigers.
I don't think they're fielding a full team right now. It looks like they have 6 players on the field when they're eligible to have 10. But I know RoboCin was having some issues earlier in the competition with electrical failures, so they're playing a couple players down right now against Tigers.
We've got Tigers spinning around while they're waiting for this free kick, trying to potentially confuse RoboCin where everyone's about to go. A nice job trying to dribble that ball and turn around without losing it. Very tricky move to do. It looks like RoboCin intercepted that and was able to successfully knock it out, where Tigers is going to have to do another throw-in here. So we've got Tigers in possession of the ball, about to try to pass it down the field. Just kicking it out. But there's another foul called right there. Didn't have an impact other than adding to those fouls that RoboCin is stacked up right now.
Second yellow card for RoboCin for fouls. Looks like it's mostly bot crashes and keeping too close to the defense area.
Yeah, so
that could stack up against them in the long term. Those yellow cards eventually get promoted to red cards if they keep incurring fouls. We had some games lower in the bracket where lots of robots were crashing into each other, and we ended a game with a couple red cards for teams there.
We also saw this earlier from RoboCin in their match against Air Force. They had some robots going into the defense area that shouldn't have been, some sort of issue with like trying to keep out of the correct zones. So unfortunate that they weren't able to fix that in between the matches, so they could avoid getting these fouls. But hopefully they will be able to continue avoiding too many fouls.
Timeout for RoboCin. Yes.
It has to be repeated. Has stopped moving. Makes no sense. Repeated from where the ball actually happened.
Referee giving us an update. That's Tobias Heineken of Germany. That there was indeed a robot too close to the defense area, which is a foul. So they're about to repeat the kick when the timeout is over.
So each team has up to 5 minutes for timeouts during the match, during regular play, and then if there is a continuation of play due to a tie into overtime, then they would get potentially 5 additional minutes to make changes after the breaks in between. So it can be a very long match if you have very close teams, but right now, very close score. Tigers only having scored 1 point. About halfway through the first half, so doing very well from both teams.
Tigers is the historical favorite to win, often winning matches lower in the bracket 10-0 when the mercy rule kicks in, and having been the national or the international champions for at least 5 years in a row now, I think. It's not unusual for Tigers to try out a couple different strategies during a match, so it's possible we'll see differences in gameplay after the timeout or in the second half.
We haven't determined exactly why RoboCin has called a timeout, whether it's some sort of technical issue with their robots or with their software. So teams are allowed to fix either one during this time. Otherwise, they're not allowed to touch their team's coach computer, which tells the robots what to do. So there's no one person telling the robots what to do on the field. There's someone who's taking that program and letting it run. Can't touch it unless there is this stoppage of play.
Touching the computer while the game clock is running risks outright disqualification from the tournament. That's one of the rules that the referees take very seriously. This is supposed to be two completely autonomous halves, no human input whatsoever. Even the referee is partially automated. There are two public softwares that behave as an impartial referee that can agree or disagree on specific fouls, and typically if they agree, the game can advance itself.
Yeah, so here when we had to repeat the play, part of that was because that software saw a different thing than some of our human referees saw. So occasionally there's some sort of discrepancy because something goes over the camera or looks different in the 2D frame that we largely see from the camera than it does from the side in 3D potentially.
RoboCin has ended their timeout. The timeout time is 5 minutes for both halves, so they are already down to 1 minute and 45 seconds with the majority of the game remaining. And it looks like we're preparing for that repeated kick by Tigers.
They're moving very quickly down the field, trying to position themselves away from the RoboCin defenders, who had a similar foul to last time when they had an attacker too close to the defense area.
Looks like they've done it again. So in order to be fair, because it is possible to score on a free kick directly, we want to give defenders the opportunity to get in place. So there is a restriction on attacking robots being right next to the defensive area. Otherwise, the defending team would have no opportunity to defend. So that's why the foul is being issued.
Tigers is going to try that same play again for a third time. Third time's the charm, maybe.
Pass to 4, then to 11.
Chipping, seeing if...
that was almost 4 in a row to 1, but 1 just missed it, and it's out the back.
Yeah, really nice job from RoboCin sending all those defenders in to prevent the Tigers robot from capturing the ball there, knocking it away. They're setting up for a goal kick, so they can hopefully clear it out of this area and move towards the Tigers' goal. Potentially meet Tigers with the score, so then they can be tied 1-1 and keep this game in contention.
So RoboCin failed to place the ball. We don't have the human referees place the ball. The robots do that. But if a team fails to place the ball, then in certain situations, the opposing team gets possession on the throw-in.
It looks like potentially there's a little hill in the carpet there because the ball kept rolling away after being placed, which was a little bit funny.
A clean, direct shot through.
Tigers, but they missed the goal by a little bit, knocking it out towards the goal line. But it looks like RoboCin has gotten enough fouls from kind of crashing or being too close to the defense area from the last few plays where they've obtained another yellow card. So that's their third yellow card in this first half of the game, where Tigers hasn't gotten a single yellow card yet. Only a couple of fouls.
Cross shot to 7, deflected by 6, but probably not enough. Referee always reviews the logs.
So it looks like that was approved by the referee.
We have a limit on ball speed in the league so that the robots have a chance to respond. One of the most common reasons a goal is invalid is a robot accidentally kicking too fast, not giving the goalie or defenders time to react.
I don't think in that situation we had that issue, though, since the...
No, the goal was awarded.
So we have RoboCin taking another chance at a kickoff here, chipping it directly into the Tigers near the defense area, getting a really nice chip from a defender on Tigers' side to try to get the ball out. But it looks like Tigers has actually had their first yellow card potentially here from the ball being stuck in place where the keeper was too close, leading to a keeper holding the ball foul. So we'll have to see what the referees rule on this. It looks like they have supported those fouls. And RoboCin is again trying to line up a shot, getting an indirect kick where they can pass around the backside.
Oh!
Shooting a ball into the goal, but potentially too fast. We have a flag, so we'll have to see from the referee what they saw.
The auto referee registered kick speed is just a touch too fast.
So we'll have to see. This is very exciting. It's the first time in 3 years anyone has scored potentially against Tigers. So
in a final match.
Yes, a very big deal. I've also heard that RoboCin has someone on their team that will dye their hair green if they score a goal against Tigers. So
I think they've already lost that bet. They scored in a lower match, so I've been told the team is holding them to that, and we expect green hair immediately after a return to Brazil.
Yeah, so maybe we can get a photo of that to follow up for the live stream from all the fans who definitely want to see this.
And because of the ball speed, the referees have decided that the goal was, in fact, invalid, meaning RoboCin will not receive a point for scoring.
That was a really great shot from them. Very, very close.
They were just over. The limit is 6.5 meters per second, and it was recorded at 6.7.
Yeah. But if they can do it once, that might mean they can do it again at a slightly lower speed.
Okay, a slow pass forward to 8. That cross shot. Oh.
Wow. Potentially getting it into the goal with just kind of a lucky shot there through the window. Then we have Tigers passing it, trying to push on this defense, but resulting next to the goal, so they're going to have a goal kick for RoboCin here.
Tigers is fond of trying to pocket the ball right inside the corner, so they'll take some risky shots on goal like that where they were just a touch left there at a steep angle. Sometimes they'll sort of randomly alternate between the left and the right pocket, hoping to sneak one by the goalie.
Ooh, it looks like Tigers accidentally pushed the ball out when they were trying to dribble out the side, so RoboCin will get possession of the ball to try to pass it back down towards Tigers' goal. Tigers doing a really good job with moving the ball while sliding and dribbling. That's kind of a specialty of theirs as well. That maneuverability is really strong, so something that's difficult for RoboCin to defend against. Almost knocking that defender away here and into the goal, although nice job from number 6, that goalie, keeping the ball out of the goal since all of the robots have to stay out of the defense area.
I think that was also very close to a foul for Tigers. Again, you can only move the ball without passing for 1 meter after you received it, and that robot was very close to the upper bound when that shot was made.
Looks like they're going to try it again, though, with this throw-in right here, trying to get it into the goal. But RoboCin being very aggressive, successfully having to pass it out and try another throw-in here. Some crashing potentially going on the field. Very aggressive movements, not even close to the ball necessarily. But we're going to see RoboCin looks like it's trying to set up this ball here, but potentially having some issues trying to grab it.
That's twice, a couple times this game they've failed ball placement. So Tigers is going to get an opportunity to do it, and if Tigers succeeds, then possession will change over.
It's a really good position for them too, so it's very unfortunate that they had that failure there. Hopefully they'll be able to... Tigers just shooting to the side there, trying to shoot from that really nice spot in the center. Having a great shot on goal.
Talking to Tigers earlier, they were saying on the specific carpet surface this year, they've had some challenges tuning their dribbler. So that's the bar on the front that gives them direct control over the ball. So when they're trying to pull off those plays like shooting the golf ball right in the corner so the goalie can't get it, the tuning there is very important. So,
bounced out just out over the side of the goal. Very close to going in, but they're going to get a setup with this corner kick here for Tigers, so potentially going to have another shot on goal.
It's also important to note that that last shot probably would have been invalid. You are not allowed to score on a chip kick. That's where the ball's lifted off of the field surface to go up in an arc and then bounce. You can pass using that method, but you are not allowed to score on goal. So that chip that Tiger just made on that goal attempt could have been a bug or some other type of pass attempt.
Yeah. So we have halftime now. We've gone through half of our game with Tigers currently winning 2-0 against RoboCin. But a very tight match, almost had a score from RoboCin as well. So I think there's still a good chance that they could come back and potentially tie the game for some overtime, or could always win. It's a few points behind. Tigers does have a very good reputation, though. So.
With a highly dynamic game like this, you can get into lots of chaotic situations, and we've definitely seen it where games have been tied right until the end, and then teams have scored multiple times in a row in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, a lot of very tight games for RoboCin in this tournament.
Well, that's right.
They lost to Air Force in the double elimination round, then came back in the lower final, played Air Force, won to be in this match, and now by only, I think, 1 point. So they've had a lot of, when they lost previously, it was also by 1 point, so maybe this will also be a 1 point game. So it looks like Tigers just leaving their robots on the field, not needing to necessarily swap out their batteries, which is what we see RoboCin doing. They're making sure that all their robots are fully charged for moving around quickly, kicking the ball a lot. It uses a lot of the power that's in those batteries potentially, or energy that's available. So they want to make sure that all of their robots are in optimal shape to be ready for the match, especially since they have a smaller team than Tigers does. Having to potentially move around more, having those extra batteries available that Tigers may not have, although I bet they do. So something else funny that was happening with the field this year, because of the texture, some of the teams were taking a razor blade and shaving the field, all of the little like pieces of the carpet. You can kind of see it's very fuzzy looking, getting stuck in some of these robots, causing potential electrical issues if that happens. So good thing we haven't seen that so far in this match, I think. Both teams, the robots are holding up quite well.
There was an aggressive attempt to vacuum and trim the carpet before the match.
Yes, maybe not all hand razors this time, hopefully.
2 minutes left in halftime, getting ready for the second half.
Looks like Tigers actually checking some sort of controls on their robots, potentially making sure that they're moving correctly.
No. But like green team, like they say stuff when they're, you know.
It's like the cluster of team veterans is in an intense discussion over strategy adjustment for Tigers.
So do you think we'll see a change in strategy from either team? Do you think they'll be more aggressive, more defensive? What do you think, sort of tactics do you think we might see?
It's super small to make a circuit though.
If I had to guess, I think with Tigers just narrowly missing a couple of their tight margin shots, a lot of those were tuned for competitors that are not in this final match, either Junlicht or an older team from Carnegie Mellon. And on some field surfaces, it's just harder for them to get that precision. I wouldn't be surprised if they slow down just a touch or try to back off the precision just a touch. to pocket a higher percentage of those. Not many of the shots that they've missed have felt particularly tight, like where a RoboCin robot was going to block it anyway. So they might decide to make a trade-off where they slow down just a tad. And likewise, RoboCin might try to counter that by moving a lot faster. Most of these teams can choose to accelerate more aggressively, but that comes with a penalty in accuracy. So depending on the type of gameplay you're trying to achieve and the type of opponent you have, it might be more beneficial for you to accelerate more aggressively and move faster to get in the way and block, even though things like shots on goal or passes might be completed less often because your accuracy is degraded just a little bit. So I'll be curious to see if RoboCin tries to get a little bit more aggressive to block more from Tigers, but lose a little bit of accuracy, and if Tigers maybe tries to slow down and try to get a higher percentage of shots on goal actually completed.
And we'll get to see that now as we start the second half. We're preparing with kickoff by RoboCin with its 6 robots against Tigers' 10 robots. They still have their yellow card from the first half. It's about to be over, so they should have 11 robots on the field shortly. But it looks like we had a double touch from RoboCin on that. Doing a robot substitution, so taking a robot off the field for potential technical issues from RoboCin.
Robot number 7 for the kickoff.
Looks like that robot just went right back in where it was. Maybe they had some issue with positioning. Tigers, yeah, indeed, potentially maybe slowing down a bit here, I feel like, to try to be more accurate on those shots. Although RoboCin did a really nice job blocking out there.
So we don't allow ball restarts that close to the defensive area. Ball backing off for a forced start. Pass to 8 across the box.
Defended by number 6, the goalie.
There I think we're seeing exactly what we thought might have happened. Tigers getting 3 or 4 shots on goal in a pretty narrow amount of time, but just a little bit slower. So we see RoboCin blocking more of them because they're a little easier to block, but far more attempts by Tigers in just the first 45 seconds of the second half.
Looks like we had a crash by RoboCin into their own robots.
Just like in real soccer, where players cannot have too aggressive physical contact, we also don't allow that in the small size league. So crashes above a certain speed will receive a foul.
Similarly, we have another foul on Tigers here for the same reason. But really nice
13
job.
13 stealing the ball, down to 1. 6 tries to block, but just misses it, bouncing off.
It looks like that goal might not have counted. It looks like the ball might have been too fast, similarly to what RoboCin had happened earlier. It's registered at a similar speed of 6.7 meters per second rather than 6.5.
So it's sometimes difficult for the automatic referee to detect the exact speed, but my guess is the referees will go for consistency here and not award the goal. I see Tobias shaking his head. That looks like no goal. No goal.
No goal. So they're being consistent with the calls, accepting the decision of the referee program rather than...
Tigers immediately calling a timeout, if I had to guess, for a ball speed calibration adjustment.
Very quick timeout. I bet they had to change a number and then, hit save. It could be pretty easy. So we have
RoboCin getting the throw in.
Trying to kick it down the field. Stopped by Tigers and passed back to their own players. Number 7 possessing the ball, potentially. Oh, nice dribble. Although it let go long enough where I guess it didn't have the ball dribbled too long. Foul. Received by number 11.
Shot blocked by a defender. 2 shots blocked by a defender.
Oh, going through the defense area. That was just on the edge of the defense area. We'll have to see what the referees call there.
So
very tricky to
very
see.
difficult call. Bot number 1 maneuvering the ball right on the line of the defensive area. Attackers cannot touch the ball in the defensive area. The rule is written that half of the ball has to be over the line to be in the defensive area, or halfway over the line to be counted as a goal. It looks like the referees are going to err on the side of caution and reject the goal.
Another timeout by RoboCin. The Tigers robot seemingly a bit stuck in the middle of the RoboCin robots. Trying to get back to his spot, but blocked from moving back.
So we're seeing many shots on goal by Tigers.
Looks like they're checking the dribbler and the kicker or something like that on each of the RoboCin robots.
Most of the robots have a laser across their mouth that when the ball breaks the laser, they can tell they have possession. Sometimes those get out of alignment, and it makes it difficult for the software to tell if the robots actually capture the ball, beginning the next phase of a strategic maneuver.
So they've finished the timeout for RoboCin. It looks like we're going to have a free kick for yellow for RoboCin. This is a very tricky situation to get the ball out of the center here. Looks like Tigers is successfully able to grab that though. Very nice work, and then pass it over to their own players. So this is a very good situation for them. Lining up to pass.
2 bringing the ball into play.
Ooh, chipping
Chip
over
across
the side.
the defensive area,
nice
but it
stop
failed.
By RoboCin. Looks like it's out of play, and it will be a free kick or a throw-in for Tigers. Wow, RoboCin built up 5 yellow cards, quite a few for this match, only being about 2 minutes into the second half.
And another shot by 12 blocked. Looks like some of RoboCin's yellow cards have stacked into a red card, but since they're not fielding a full team for this match anyway, it hasn't had a huge impact on the number of bots on the field for them.
Nice defense by RoboCin, stealing it from that Tigers robot when trying to maneuver, but Tigers has immediately passed it back onto the RoboCin side of the field, but missed on the reception of that pass, so RoboCin will get a goal kick to try to send it back towards the Tigers side of the field. So chipping it over the Tigers bot to its own player, receiving at number 2, but stolen by Tigers number 4, pass to number 9.
Shot across the defensive area.
Just missing that kick by number 7.
The kicker fired. It looks like it just barely bounced off the mouth.
So trying to chip it open to another Tigers player, but looks like RoboCin was able to steal it and push it down the field a bit. Going back towards number 11. Dribbling a bit far, but I guess sort of in contention who's in possession of the ball, so not getting any of those fouls. To see if he can turn and score by number 10. Trying to shake off the RoboCin robot, passing to number 4. Halting for a robot substitution by RoboCin.
Tigers did in fact dribble too far on that last one.
So that means it is a goal kick for RoboCin. Going to be able to clear it out of this side of the field, hopefully. So Tigers setting up for another shot on goal from this corner kick here. Passing it back to number 7, getting a nice shot on goal there, but blocked by number 6. Passed back up, and then already back on RoboCin's side of the field. Number 11 really doing a lot of the work on the dribbler here. Shooting to number 4 and into the goal. So and then after it bounced out, being shot back into the goal again by number 12.
The
No need to
classic
show off there.
Tigers move of a multi-pass across the defensive area to trick the goalie. Looks like it finally connected after a couple failed attempts.
This looks like a score there. So we have a little siren that goes off from Tigers when they score, signaling some excitement and some cheers from the crowd too, excited by that goal. Getting ready for another kickoff for RoboCin here. Only about a minute left in play. They like to do the chip kick, I think, off of the kickoff from RoboCin. That's what we've seen on all of their kickoffs so far. But they counted as a double touch from that robot, so we're going to see a kickoff from Tigers here instead. Passing it up just down the field to number 8. Oh, looks like that kicker.
8 sneaks over to the side.
Potentially some fouls before that, but counting that as a goal, went basically right in pretty smoothly. And those fouls were all on RoboCin, so wouldn't have impacted the score there.
There's a 2-second window from a foul before a team can score. That way you can't use the advantage from that non-stopping foul to actually gain points on an opponent.
So we're resetting another kickoff for RoboCin. Probably going to see that chip kick again here, which works nicely for getting it into the Tigers' side of the field. Still setting up for kickoff, but I guess having some sort of technical issue. RoboCin is doing a robot substitution, pulling something off or putting it on. So we had to wait for the next play to do that substitution, and I think Tigers will get the ball. Calling a timeout for RoboCin, so they have about 45 seconds in this timeout remaining to debug whatever issues they're having with their robots. So if you notice, both teams are spelling out one of the letters with their robots while they're paused in this timeout play.
That's right.
We see this, I think, in some of the, especially for the Div A teams, they like to make some sort of play to have robots set up, easy to find, and easy to represent your team and be distinctive here. Looks like RoboCin has resumed play from their timeout.
Number 10 chipping into play. Looks like the ball's in the Tigers' defensive area.
Clearing it. Passing it back down the field towards the goal.
Oh.
But
Weak
defended
shot to
nicely
10.
by RoboCin. Keeping it away from Tigers' dribbler, although they successfully stole it back.
A wall of robots trying to block against Tigers.
Ooh, that's a bit of a crash there.
Oh.
Into the goal as well. So it looks like
RoboCin just barely overshooting the block by the goalie.
yeah.
Coming in on the inner side.
We'll have to see.
No fouls on the status board.
Accepting that goal. Tigers having 5-0 lead over RoboCin with only 18 seconds left. So it looks like it's probably determined who will win this final match, but we'll have to see if RoboCin can successfully potentially score a goal in these last few plays. We have trying to dribble from the kickoff, which is not allowed. Results in a double touch for RoboCin. Going back, give the kickoff back to Tigers. And passing it towards the goal. Blocked by number 6. fighting over the ball right outside the defense area.
Looks like we
but
might have a stoppage of play there. No progress.
that's the end of the match. Great job by both teams.
Fairly clean win by Tigers. Not many fouls and yellow cards. Of course, Tigers is famous for their victory dances that you see on the stream now. Tigers doing the Macarena to the profound enjoyment of the crowd watching them. We see several kids just out of shot of the camera that seem to be pretty enthralled.
And doing the Imperial March from Star Wars. Not sure if you can hear the sound on the stream, but it's quite cute.
Do you have a personal favorite Tigers end match?
Oh, I like it when they do the Pong. Hopefully they'll do.
Oh, that's right.
They play Pong with their robots. We'll have to see if they do that.
Oh, here they go.
Oh,
there it
is.
is.
This is the Pong. This is my favorite, I think. It's especially funny if there's some other robots in the middle because they'll still continue. But
my personal favorite is Tetris. Oh, the figure 8.
yeah.
I hope they do Tetris before they fully end the game. I'm not certain, but I think it's been many years since RoboCin has been in a final match. So
Yeah.
they've
Really
performed really quite well against Tigers, who's known for mercy ruling teams lower in the bracket.
Yeah. Some really excellent work by RoboCin to get here, building up all of their robots, even when down like 4 robots to
That's
Tigers
true.
for most of the match, doing really well in maintaining their distance so they didn't get mercy ruled.
Yes.
Very challenging with fewer robots, that's
Yes.
for sure.
Good.
So thank you so much for joining us. That was the Division A upper final between RoboCin and Tigers Mannheim, with the winners of this year's RoboCup being Tigers Mannheim for Division A. So thank you so much for joining us.